Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican. Today I'm sharing what I saw in the Times News front page. It says extremists target Idahoans. Okay, now let me read a little bit about here, but what it's talking about is Ammon, but well, the first group they talk about, they're talking about general things first, and then they're talking about Ammon Bundy. That's what's really spawning this story. And they're talking about a flyer that got passed out in a certain area. And it says the flyer claimed that a certain judge and prosecutor were, quote, using their position of power to retaliate against a gubernatorial candidate because of his opposition to the inequity of justice and systemic excessive force used by government agents. A reference to Ammon Bundy. So that's the end quote. A reference to Ammon Bundy. It was the latest in a series of maneuvers by Idaho extremist groups that toe the line between free speech and criminal behavior. Their tactics include doxing public and private individuals, including healthcare and social workers. Okay, so that's the first one, doxing. So public officials actually are already doxed. They self-dox because you have to put up, you have to write down your address in a lot of campaign material, and then even some will like if you're a precinct committee person, you will have your address published on the county website. So but then also private individuals, healthcare, and social workers. That's who they're targeting. That's not who self-docs. And then the next one, organizing protests outside of a person's home. Now that's what Ammon Bundy's been doing for a while. That's one of his tactics. And so Ammon Bundy likes to protest outside of officials' homes, go to their homes, knock on them, and harass them, and get a big crowd out there too. But this, well, I think it was it was one. Well, just recently they tried to outlaw protests outside of private homes, and that did not pass. And so, of course, that was directed at Ammon Bundy, because he does that. Who else does that? Nobody. Just Ammon Bundy. Then we go on to the third one, issuing calls to action for supporters in Idaho and elsewhere to make phone calls and send emails and text messages until their demands are met. Yeah, well, that's legal. I mean, you can do that. That's kind of, representative democracy as most people understand it here. The article goes on to say that they are going to reintroduce the bill to ban private home protests, or outside of private homes. So that's, I don't know, we'll see where that goes. But that's what I saw today. And that was directed at Ammon Bundy. And so, because in my precinct I have someone who is an Ammon Bundy supporter, and they are running for precinct committee person for the Republican Party here in Twin Falls, Idaho. So I'm calling on everybody to help me out and to help elect me as the Precinct 8, Twin Falls Precinct 18 committee person for the Republican Central Committee. I am officially running and would like to have your support. Long live the Republic.